Hi James, hope you're well. Yep. So a second loom, just want to kind of take you through how I believe the competitor audit should work, and why that will kind of come after the keyword research. So obviously, as I said in the previous loom, now we've got to a point where we've got all the keyword research. We've made a plan in terms of the optimization, and implementing title tags, H1s, meta descriptions, the basic kind of fundamentals from an SEO point of view. The next part of the audit should be looking at the competitor audit. So this is one that we did with a travel client recently, where we essentially go through your segments. So we would go through your segments, whether it's Florida holidays, for example. We would go through kind of like your competitors. So in this case, they're competing with kind of Virgin, TUI, British Airways. They've got a list of target keywords on the right as well with their volumes. Kind of look at the trends as well. So just to understand, are these keywords growing? Are there more people searching for them? And also, what is the seasonality? Then we start looking at the current rankings. Where do we currently rank against our competitors? And then once we've got to that point, then we really understand like what the volume and the opportunity is. We can then look at, we look at 13 different areas to kind of analyze. So we look at word count, domain authority, page authority, H1, H2, page title, the amount of referring domains to the page, how many backlinks overall to those to that website, to that page, how many internal links are going to that page, what's the speed of the website compared to competitors, is the URL featured in the is the keyword featured in the URL, and then also keyword density. So how many times, in this case, I'm saying how many times was Florida mentioned, how many times was holiday mentioned, and that's kind of like really important to understand across our each important segment to the business. Yourself, it might be homepage about sustainable clothing. It could be a category page around sustainable men's t-shirts, for example, and then it could be a specific product. Like really looking at those three segments and how we kind of turn the dial and kind of improve performance across all of them. So yeah, once we've got the list of all the features to analyze, we then go into detail on each of them and where do we essentially sit against competitors. So we would look at this for yourself across your competitors. So your word count on the homepage or the sustainable clothing page or whatever that might be, and we can really understand like where are we deficient and what the plan needs to be to kind of really push that forward. We would look at keyword density, so how many times the keywords being mentioned on these pages. We would give content examples, like how is content being created across competitors' website compared to us. Domain and page authority as well, because that helps us put together a plan on the backlink opportunities further down the line. And then really looking at, what's our current H1s versus competitors for that segment of the website. What's the H2? What's the title tag? What is the in terms of speed, like what are our competitors doing in terms of speed compared to us? Is our website faster? Is it slower? Is it passing on the core web vitals? These are all going to be important, because essentially once we've got those foundations, is then now understanding, okay, we've got the perfect optimization. Why are we not ranking above competitors? And that's where this is really vital and important. We can go as much detail as the exact speeds of each of these metrics. So largest contentful paint, first input delay, cumulative layout shift, which I think might have been something that we discussed previously. So this is definitely something that I think will improve, and we can feed into the kind of development team. Whether the XML site map is automated, I don't think you're going to have a problem with this, but it was something that this particular client had an issue with. Whether the keywords focused in the URL. So again, we can compare that. And then what are the key findings? What do we need to do to then improve that segment of the website? And then we do the exact same process for the next segment. So in this case, it was Disney holidays. And we went through the exact same process to understand what are the next steps for that segment of the website. Then Orlando holidays. And then also for multi-center, which is an important kind of segment for this business. And I think we also then went and did villas. Then we looked at like an individual multi-center example. So this is when we would potentially look at an individual product for you. But yeah, this is really powerful, because I think this will help people within the business understand the opportunity and also what the ongoing requirements should be for SEO, internal and external ongoing. So yeah, I think these two pieces of work together would really get us into the place where we need to be to kind of drive this forward.